Ghanatube so more for snow with my sign so atenase near ekoso ewo omanimu no onsa ebeka ebusian for say na first time I ohwe me ewo channel we so kindly subscribe na hit notification bell no efama me na insem ne de tuma we nya ne intem passing say na matenase de insem no maboabo bi ano edebro yenko tie ne ekoso
carry out significant constitutional reforms to make this country better. Ghanaians today have given us all the numbers that we need to reset Ghana. I want to assure Ghanaians that what President John Dramani Mahama said when he was being sworn in still stands, that the National Democratic Congress will not abuse the majority given to it by Ghanaians. We will use it wisely.
Despite the swearing in of a Rabina Bin as the latest member of Parliament, Parliament is still not set. It would have been set, but for the passing of the member of Parliament for Akutia, which will mean a by-election again on the horizon for a new member of Parliament to take his or her seat in the Chamber of Parliament. Reporting for Joy News, প্ৰভACKED, Parliament House, Accra.
Let's stay a bit longer in Parliament because Minority Leader Alexander Afenyo Makins has been kicked off Ghana's delegation to ECOWAS Parliament, despite the minority presenting him as part of the delegation. Now, Alexander Afenyo Makins is currently the third deputy speaker at ECOWAS, but leaders of the caucuses have traditionally never been part of Ghana's delegation to ECOWAS Parliament or the Pan-African Parliament. Instead, the deputy, minority, and majority leaders have led the delegation. Now, Majority Leader Mahama Yariga amended the list of MPs to be presented to the sub-regional court on the floor and removed the minority leader, replacing him with Deputy Patricia Apiaje.
The deputy leaders as members of the delegation, that has always been the tradition. The deputy leaders always go to the ECOWAS Parliament. Mr. Speaker, this side is sending Honorable George ¼ in his capacity as a deputy leader. Mr. Speaker, the minority side also has a deputy leader, and that deputy leader is Honorable Patricia Apiaje. Mr. Speaker, she is the deputy leader, and this House cannot deny her the opportunity to go to ECOWAS Parliament in her capacity as a deputy leader. When it comes to moving resolution 19 of this House, the resolution 19, I shall move pursuant to our standing orders for the amendment of the composition of the delegation so that Honorable Alexander Kwamina Afenyo Makins Osahene is removed and Honorable Patricia Apiaje is replaced as the member of the delegation that will be representing this Parliament at the ECOWAS Parliament.
But the former Defence Minister Dominic Intibu fiercely objected to this.
I will urge leadership to hold on to this motion, go back behind the scenes, resolve whatever differences you have, and bring the motion back to us. Mr. Speaker, we are not going to ECOWAS or Pan-African Parliament as ND's majority or minority. We are going as Parliament of the Republic of Ghana. Our side, at least, should be given the right to choose who will go. If our attention has been drawn to an obvious fact and leaders sit behind the scene, they should be able to resolve this matter. But you say that you come to Parliament and say that Parliament should vote for the first time, you are going to set a precedent that tomorrow you will not be able to take. Because it is possible that tomorrow you can come and bring names, and because somebody has majority, he will move the motion and remove every one of them and change for you.
Meanwhile, Interior Minister Muntaka Mubarak is proposing punitive punishment if Afenyo Makins does the same thing.
But you see, we are capitalizing on our knowledge of the ECOWAS and Pan-African Parliament to make it difficult for this House. Because in the case of ECOWAS Parliament, if a member is elected, even if his parliament doesn't send him, and he still insists he wants to be a member, the ECOWAS Parliament will support him. And we have a clear example. When a former whip in this House, our colleague opposite, decided to defy leadership. And when he went there, interestingly, the minority leader today, who is taking an interim position, was the one who was disadvantaged. And I thought that if for nothing, he should learn from that. He should learn from that history. That being and taking interim position will come and hand to you one day. This House, if it becomes necessary, we may have to vote and support you. If the minority leader insists he wants to go to ECOWAS, he must be stripped of all the other privileges that the minority leader are supposed to do. We are talking about what do you call it, IPU. We are talking about CPA. We are talking about, yeah, because you see, it is because of those privileges. It is because of those privileges that those leaders don't serve on this.
Well, the Speaker of Parliament, ৄACKED, has been offering direction on the matter.
Defies the decision of the House and goes there to say try to stand. And I can assure you that will be no problem for me. I've been leader for many years. I have never accepted to a member of ECOWAS Parliament or Pan-African Parliament. For the good reason that as a leader, you must create opportunities for your followers. And I did. And many of our members here have benefited from that. And so I will accept the amendment and urge you to vote according to that amendment, that the composition of Ghana's delegation to the Community Parliament of ECOWAS be made of the following: Honorable George Kweku Ricketts Hagan, leader. Honorable Emmanuel Kwesi Bejira, member. Honorable Ladi Ayi Ayamba, member. Honorable Eric Affle, member. Honorable Dominic Napari, member. Honorable Patricia Apieje, member. Honorable Kwame Anyimedu Entry, member. Honorable Brian Achampong, member. And Honorable Millicent Yeboah Amankwa, observer.
Well, tonight, Parliament has given the government another boost in the fulfillment of its 2024 campaign promises after passing the Ghana Medical Trust Fund Bill, also known as the ₦ACKED. Before that, the minority and majority MPs are split hairs over the legislation, which was presented to Parliament for its first reading just 24 hours ago. Now, the government successfully got Parliament to consider the bill, which seeks to provide financial assistance to individuals living with chronic diseases across the country, despite strong opposition by the minority. Now, former Lands Minister Samuel Abu-Janapor says the ₦ACKED is a duplication of effort. Kweku has more details. Now, he joins us more on this. Kweku, what details do you have as of now?
Well, according to the former Lands Minister, who is MP for Damongo, ranking on the Foreign Affairs Committee, the NHIS is properly capacitated to do this job, and that instead of creating another body to actually perform this same function that ordinarily would have been performed by the NHIS, simply means a duplication of efforts. We did get a very strong response from the Minister of Health, Kwabena Mintah-Kando, who did insist that the functions of the ₦ACKED Fund is simply not the same as NHIS, and in fact what the ₦ACKED Fund is going to do is to take care of responsibilities that have to do with NCDs, non-communicable diseases, dialysis, and other things that are ordinarily not taken care of by the National Health Insurance Fund, and that is what is going to be done. Ultimately, this law has now been passed. In fact, the bill has been passed now. It will head to the desk of the president to sign. We expect that could be done by the end of this week. this is a major boost, like he did say at the top of the show. The government did promise this in the lead up to the 2024 election. The Mahama Care was a central plank of their health manifesto, and they have done that through Parliament now. Although the minority did raise a lot of issues about what they said was the railroading this through Parliament, but ultimately it has been passed. It was brought to Parliament just yesterday, and 24 hours later, it is set to go to the President's desk for signature.
You ebusia for ya kwakotie eye ensem no aba obetimi eja comment ama me na meje bre na makenkan ni nyina e de ama answer na mesoro muso midin ene snowy sisi ade makram.